So same day, well, same night as filming the 16-ton mineral wagon video. At the moment, I'm not sure if I'll do this one, if this one get uploaded, but we'll see. It depends on how I feel. But anyway, oh god, same night, and I've actually got two packages because they actually arrived on the same day. Very coincidental. Anyway, these are from Accurascale, obviously, and they are the new Suburban Mk1s, and this is I think this is yeah, it's that one. I wanted to say it was a third, but I think this might be a second. Can't really tell. It might be a third. I'll correct myself. I'll put an annotation, but that's that one. And here's the other one. I've got two. This is the brake, and it's in the carmine livery. I do have some in the maroon on pre-order, but yeah, those are the ones that have arrived. The maroon ones, I think they said, are delayed till later in the year, I think. So yeah, anyway, we'll take a look at those. I'll give you my honest thoughts and opinions and whatnot, and yeah, let's just get on to it. Alright, so here are the coaches unboxed. Shortly before we take a look at these, I do want to point out that this is not a normal style of review. This is just my first impressions on these coaches. So with that being said, this is the third, and that is a brake second. I did figure that out because of the packaging, and it doesn't help that the packaging is a little bit confusing. Because if we take a look at the box here, if I just bring it in, as you can see here, it says T, which stands for third, and S for second, I think. But on the end of the box, as you can see here, it says T for third. So here's the third. And then for the other one, as you can see, BT for, I think, brake third, and then BS, which in this instance does not stand for bullshit. It stands for brake second. And just turn it to the end, as you can see, BS. So it did get a little confusing, I will say that, but I figured it out in the end. So I'm not going to bore you with the normal, well, unboxing process. It's your typical Accurascale box. It is, I will say, a little bit bigger than I imagined. I was anticipating something along the lines of the Mark IIs, because those have smaller boxes, but these boxes are like the same size as the ones that came in the siphons. So, in the box, you get a rather thick leaflet of basic prototype information. Talks about the lighting, and I'm not going to open it, obviously, because it's so large and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in frame, but it also shows off the models that are currently in the production run. Alongside that, you get this bit of warning paper thing talking about body removal on certain variations of the Mk1 Suburban. So just read that if you want. And yeah, accessories, you get this thing, this magic wand, which is for the lighting system. I don't particularly like this, but I'd much rather have a decoder, but I can see why they did it that way. As for actual accessories, as you can see, we have these clear plastic the coupling bars, as well as various vacuum and steam pipes, as well as screw link couplings, which are not the normal style. Those just drop into the hooks, and you'll see on that brake coach that I've actually modified it, or detailed it. So, picking this up, it is actually pretty heavy for a coach. I do believe this has a die-cast chassis, but the amount of detail on this thing is absolutely ridiculous in a good way. Like, look at all this. Especially the underframe detail. Like, oh my god. Like, this is not necessary, but they did it anyway. It's got kinematic couplings, and they're attached to the body. I don't I'm actually starting to not like this because my Bachmann Mk1s are like this, and I'm currently upgrading all my stock to prototypical couplings, be it screw links or Buckeyes, in this case KDs. And a lot of the Bachmann coaches aren't compatible with some others, like the Hornby ones, so I can kind of see why people don't like them. But livery application is spot on, of course. I do remember Accurascale talking about they had to send these back and had these remade because apparently the shade of crimson or carmine or whatever, it's red, whatever shade this is, wasn't the correct shade, so they had to send it back, had it all get remade. Yeah, the decoration, what little there is, if I'll just zoom in, probably should use that. You can see they're very crisply printed on the side of the coach here. I think these handrails or grab irons or whatever and the door handles, they're all separately fitted. A lot of separately fitted detail. The glazing is nice too. We'll take a better look at that later. But if I can just hold it like that without hitting the other coach. But a very feature-rich coach. A top-of-the-line coach, I would say. This is like a premium coach. So the roof as well is magnetic and just lifts off like that. Here is revealing the circuit board for the lighting system. I would have preferred a DCC socket. I'm not really a massive fan of the magic wand thing, but yeah, so there you could get to the interior if you want to add figures to your interior of the coach. The way you could do that is just unscrew the circuit board and put in your figures that way. The lighting is done, we can see, by contacts, those like copper contacts, and all the bogies feature brass bearings and pickups, of course, for electrical conductivity. So I just put there we go, just clips back on, very easy. Like I said earlier, the glazing is pretty nice. I do like that glazing. So taking a look at the brake coach here, same level of detail applies. We have the crisply printed details here, such as guard all along the coach, and there's some markings on the glazing as well, and on the ends. The packaging is actually making these marks. I don't know if you can see them, but this is caused by the packaging. And same goes for separately fitted details, sprung buffers. One thing I would love to talk about, or ramble about actually, is the separately fitted, not separately fitted, but like the accessory bag. I don't know what paint they're using over at Accurascale, but this is supposed to be red, and it chipped off. So I've just scratched all the paint off, and because it chipped off anyway, so I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what paint they're using, but it chips very easily, so just something to watch out for. Also, with that being said, the screw link couplings, can you focus? Nope. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, there we go, that's fine. The screw link couplings for this brake coach, they came malformed, should I say. So I've had to straighten them back out. Both links were bent, and not in a good way. So in the process of straightening them back out, all the paint chipped off, or it's either paint or chemically blackening solution or something, but it chipped off, so it all chipped off. So I've got a bare coach, which is, unfortunate. But from looking at the other accessory bag, those couplings all seem to be in the correct shape as well. So same amount of underframe detail here. It's like I said, it's a premium coach. And one thing I will say is this won't be for everybody. And these are, if I'm not mistaken, these are 64 quid on their own. I could be wrong, but it doesn't help that Accurascale's website is now in based in it seems like currency is based around like what country you're in. So for me, I'm in the States. These are like $73 per coach. So yeah, so these are expensive, and a lot of people are going to complain about that. But like I said, this is a premium coach. These are premium coaches. These are top of the line premium coaches. If you want something more basic and something you can manhandle, the Bachmann one is always an alternative. And that is like 24 quid at the moment, 24, 27. And they seem to be punching them out fairly regularly, like every couple of years or so. And also in the liveries that you want, blue, maroon, crimson, like those. They're old and crusty, yes, but I would say this is the good side of duplication. Duplication is always going to be a controversial topic, but this is the good side of duplication, because if you want something like this that's premium, you have this option. And if you want something a bit more basic, there's always the Bachmann one, like I said. So make of that what you will. So I will pop these down on the track and we'll take a look at the lighting system, and then I will probably do a short running session with, I don't know, one of my Ginties, or probably the Ginty, one of my Ginties, probably the crimson one that I've just finished repainting. So we'll do that soon. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. So here we have the coaches on the test track. So according to the little booklet, all you got to do is get your little magic wand here and just wave it over the top of the coach like this, I guess. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Well, that's a lie. There's lights. Unfortunately, they're not very consistent, so let me just mess about with the controller real quick. That's full brightness, of course. So, oh my god, I don't like this thing. This is why I said I don't like this magic wand, and this is why I prefer lighting that comes from the track. I don't like this. This is very annoying. And yeah, as you can see, I'm like actually kind of struggling. There we go. The brake coach, for whatever reason, doesn't want to light up. I did very briefly get it to light up before I pressed the record button, but now it doesn't want to come back on. So I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it will eventually, but yeah, I don't like magic wands. I hate them, and this is why I don't like them, and this is why I'd much rather have track-based lighting. I think the Mark II is like this as well, where not like this. The Mark II has track-based lighting, so I'd much rather have that than something that's gonna annoy me while I try to turn the light on. There we go. I did it right first time. There we go. I don't know. Yeah. Brake coach doesn't want to light up. Like I said, I did get it to light up very briefly. But yeah, I don't like magic wands. I really wish companies didn't do it, but hey, that's the price we pay, I suppose. So yeah. So there are at the moment 3 liveries. There's the blue one, there's these ones, the carmine or crimson, and there is maroon. At the moment, only the blue and the carmine ones are in stock. The maroon ones, I believe, are coming around Q3 later this year, from what I remember. So yeah, I guess I'll just reiterate, these coaches probably won't be for everybody. If you want something that's more basic and you want something that you can handle without stuff breaking off, go for the Bachmann one. The Bachmann ones are like 27, 24 quid. and they're very cheap. Well, not cheap, but like they're basic, and I think you can, if you want to do like your own modeling project, if you want to add your own lighting, you know, make it a project. Go for the Bachmann ones, and that's really the whole point of this hobby, really. So there's that. As for me, like I said, this isn't a normal review. This is just my first impressions. I actually really like these coaches. I do have 2 maroon ones on order, so I'll be looking forward to getting those very soon. I'm not going to do a video on those. But yeah, I quite like these coaches. It's been a long time coming. I forgot when these were announced originally. It was quite some time ago, but I'm quite happy with them, apart from the lighting magic wand thing. I quite like these, and I'm gonna I can see myself using these a lot. So yeah, interestingly though, before I go, I want to say that strangely these, it's a very minor thing, but strangely these were packaged with those cushions, those like air-based cushion things, whereas my 16-tonner mineral wagons had literally no packaging whatsoever. So, but as you can see, they arrived safely across the pond in one piece. There's virtually no glue marks on these things, which is how it should be for all these models, really. But yeah, I quite like these coaches. I highly recommend them. If you want to get some yourself, I'll put some links in the description to either Rails or TMC and Accurascale themselves if you want to pick them up. So I will attach some running clips, some very brief running clips. I'm not going to do too much, obviously, of these running with probably one of my repainted Ginties. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time.